The National Electrical Code, or NEC, addresses the installation of electrical lines and water lines within the same trench, setting forth specific conditions for safe and compliant practices. In damp locations, NEC Section 300.5 D2 mandates that electrical wiring must be housed within a raceway or armor, and furthermore, this raceway or armor must be properly grounded. For installations in wet locations, NEC Section 300.5 D3 stipulates that electrical wiring must be installed within a raceway or armor that is watertight. It's imperative to adhere to these requirements to prevent electrical hazards and ensure the integrity of both the electrical and water systems. Illinois electrical codes adopt the NEC by reference, rendering these NEC stipulations applicable within Illinois. Therefore, all electrical installations in Illinois must comply with the NEC requirements outlined in sections 300.5 D2 and 300.5 D3. In addition to the NEC regulations, certain separation requirements must be observed to minimize the risk of interference or damage between the electrical and water lines. Firstly, a minimum separation of 6 inches should be maintained between the electrical lines and the water line. This physical separation helps to prevent accidental contact or arcing between the two systems. Secondly, the electrical lines should be buried at a depth of at least 24 inches in a trench paralleling the water line. This burial depth provides a buffer zone to protect the electrical lines from physical damage and exposure to surface conditions. Thirdly, additional protection should be provided for the electrical lines if they are likely to be exposed to water or moisture. This may involve using waterproof conduits or applying protective coatings to the wiring to prevent corrosion and electrical leakage. Several additional considerations should be taken into account when installing electrical and water lines in the same trench. Consider the type of electrical wiring and water pipe being installed, such as copper wire or polyvinyl chloride or PVC pipe. Ensure that the materials used are compatible with each other and with the soil conditions to prevent degradation or corrosion over time. Protect the electrical lines from damage caused by water leaks or other potential hazards. This may involve installing barriers or shields to prevent water from coming into direct contact with the electrical wiring. Prior to energizing the electrical lines, ensure that all electrical work is inspected and approved by a licensed electrician. This inspection will verify that the installation meets all applicable code requirements and safety standards. Specific code references relevant to the installation of electrical and water lines in the same trench include NEC Section 300.5 D2, which addresses electrical wiring in damp locations, NEC Section 300.5 D3, which addresses electrical wiring in wet locations, NEC Section 408.2, and Illinois Electrical Code Section 12.1201, which incorporates the NEC by reference. It is essential to consult these code sections and any other applicable regulations to ensure compliance with all requirements. Proper installation techniques and materials are crucial for ensuring the long-term reliability and safety of both the electrical and water systems. By adhering to the NEC requirements, separation guidelines, and additional considerations outlined above, it is possible to safely and effectively install electrical and water lines in the same trench, providing power and water services to buildings and structures.